Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captains, we are back on the bridge, and today we've got something to go over from Star Trek Online. So here we go, on screen. So first and foremost, huge shout out to GrumpyoldNord. Now I saw this on his Twitter feed, but here it is. What we're going to go over is the Kobiyashi Maru Transponder now shares a cooldown with Distress Beacon Summons. So, go over this, drop the 2 ECs, and then give our conclusions. Now, as I had mentioned there, GrumpyoldNord had mentioned, heads up still folks, Cryptic decided to slip lovers of the Kobiyashi Maru Transponder a very unhappy holidays in the latest patch, with not a mention in the notes that the Battle Clicky now shares a 2-minute cooldown with all other Distress Beacon devices. So you go here, that's the title of this thread. It says here, essentially what we read, and now I wanted to go over some of the initial reactions. So now, did not see this in any patch notes, so it seems like an unintentional bug. So there could be a possibility that this is a bug. Having said that, using the Kobiyashi Maru Transponder in battle bonus version now shares a cooldown with Distress Beacon Summons. Also, cooldowns was increased from 90 seconds to 120 seconds. Now, this is, of course, from Moradin707. As I paid for this from Mud's Market, I am extremely pissed off about this change. It is hardly a major buff, and these assumingly unneeded balancing, quote-unquote, changes are ensuring I do not spend any more money here. Captains, this is almost fresh off of what had happened there with the nerfs, the Agony redistributing console, and the console from the control weathership, the Rizian control weathership. Now, of course, our good friend Spencer had also, aka CasualSAB, did a video on this already. So as you can see there, Kobiyashi Maru nerfed. So shout out to Spencer as well for getting this out there. And he also goes over the Breen Omni. I would suggest, Captains, you look at that. I'll just quickly say you can slot for. I've seen this already. We actually did talk about this on stream on Twitch last night when Spencer was on with us in voice chat. Now, having said that, I would tend to agree with him that I think it is bugged because you can now slot. For example, for me, I can slot the Phaser Omni, the Trilithium Omni, this Omni, the Breen Omni, and also the Kinetic Cutting Beam from the Omega Rep. I would never build my ship that way anyways, to be honest with you. Plus, it doesn't look like a Phaser. If it was another Phaser, maybe, but 3 Omnis or even 2, or to 4, I should say, probably a little bit too much in terms of beams visual, but it is there. So again, this just happened today, it seems, December 9th, as of this recording. Now, having said that, we're going to go in-game quickly here, Captains, and we're going to show this. So let's turn that off and then head over to the bridge here. And yes, we are in our Excel now. We're going to go to a private TFO here. And the best one I can think of at this time is defense. Sorry, so we'll just do an advance just to show, because I'm here at New Romulus and I can't actually activate this, but I do have the Kobiyashi Maru Transponder, which Captains, if you are here, watch any of the builds that we do here on the YouTube bridge, you know that I use this one a lot. Now, I got this from the event, the first Kobiyashi Maru event when it came out. So I've been enjoying it in terms of device slots. And again, we'll kind of throw down more ECs, but while we're waiting, yes, I use it. But for the most part, the buffs are very negligible, just like what it was mentioned there in that forum there. And I don't think it was necessary to touch it, especially without having said anything in the patch notes. Now, this is also fresh off of an apology from Kale from the last changes that were done for the fleets where it wasn't communicated. So I don't know, this could be unintentional, but this could also be. So what we're going to do is head over, once this TFO starts, to the other side of this planet so we don't get disturbed here. We'll hit that, and go full impulse, get out of here. Actually, no, it looks like we have to actually be here to... Okay, so now we have a target. So there, usually this wouldn't lock out or extend, but now when you hit Kobiyashi Maru, the beacons now go under 2 minutes lockout. That sucks. So I don't think... I don't know how I feel about that. Especially to something that gives such small buffs. So I can see there's a 2-minute cooldown now. So every time now you're going to have to either alternate between that. But you could... When this was in its original form before this patch... We'll just depart here so we don't get disturbed. You could reuse it pretty much, it felt like almost every minute. But now it seems like it has a 2-minute cooldown. So with having said that, you know, I do remember Spencer saying, I believe it was either in voice chat or a video, that if you had nothing else to get from the mud store and you had some resources to burn, sure, go ahead and get it. But it's such a small buff, and now it's even a smaller performance buff overall, because now its shared cooldown is with those devices that you can call reinforcements. So what we're going to do, Captain, is after we release this video, we're going to tag Ambassador Kale and ask him. So Ambassador Kale, is this intentional? And hopefully they sort of respond, or someone from Cryptic responds and says, hey, yeah, sorry, we forgot. Here, that's not intentional, because we know what happened last time with the Agony Distributor and those consoles that were nerfed, the web spinner. For me, like I said, I got this from the event, but for that captain on the forum, they got this. They bought it thinking that they were going to get this certain performance from it, and it got nerfed. So the best thing we can do, other than flipping tables, is get this communicated and ask the question to Cryptic/Ambassador Kale. So hopefully we'll tag him on a tweet when we release this video asking, is this intentional or is it a bug? So thought we would share that, captains. Again, huge shout out to GrumpyoldNord, shout out to Spencer for getting that information out as well. So captains, thought we would share this with you. Like the video, comment below, let us know what you think, if it's intentional or it is actually a bug. And of course, subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, captains, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.